Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Dramatic dashcam footage shows how a couple killed in the Bondi Beach shooting tried to stop one of the alleged attackers by grabbing his gun. Boris Gurman and his wife Sophia courageously stepped in to try to protect others before being shot themselves. Video of the incident shows Mr. Gurman, who was retired, wrestling with one of the gunmen and taking the weapon off him before they both fall onto the road. Meanwhile, Australia's Prime Minister has visited Ahmed Al-Ahmed in hospital after the bystander disarmed another one of the gunmen.
Where we have seen evil perpetrated, he shines out as an example of the strength of humanity.
Ukraine's biggest private energy provider is living in permanent crisis mode because of Russian attacks on the grid. Most of Ukraine is suffering from lengthy power cuts as temperatures drop. President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Tuesday that Russia knew the winter cold could become one of its most dangerous weapons. Meanwhile, the United States has said it is ready to offer Ukraine NATO-like security guarantees to safeguard an eventual ceasefire following talks in Berlin with European officials and a delegation from Kyiv. The very strong guarantees would be modelled on NATO's Article 5 clause of mutual protection, US officials said, adding that the Russians would hopefully agree to them. A son of the film director Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner has been arrested and booked on suspicion of murder after the couple were found dead in their Los Angeles home. The Los Angeles Police Department said on Monday that Nick Reiner had been arrested and that he was in custody with no bail. The deceased couple's 28-year-old daughter found her parents in their home with multiple stab wounds on Sunday. Rob Reiner is known for directing several iconic films in a variety of genres, including When Harry Met Sally, This Is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, and Misery and a Few Good Men. Sudan's paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has been trying to cover up mass killings in the city of El Fasher by burying and burning the bodies, that's according to a research team from Yale University. The RSF had drawn international condemnation amid reports of executions and crimes against humanity when its fighters captured the city in October. Now, analysis of satellite images by Yale's Humanitarian Research Lab shows the RSF likely disposed of tens of thousands of bodies after seizing Al Fasher. The RSF has not responded to the report, but its leader previously admitted his fighters had committed violations in the city. The US military says it has carried out strikes on 3 more boats it has accused of trafficking drugs in the Pacific Ocean, killing 8 people. The US Southern Command posted footage of the strikes on social media and said the vessels were transiting along known narco-trafficking routes and were engaged in narco-trafficking. More than 20 vessels in the Pacific and Caribbean have been targeted in recent months, killing at least 90 people as part of President Donald Trump's escalating campaign against gangs he accuses of transporting drugs in the region. The BBC has said it will defend itself against a $5 billion lawsuit filed by US President Donald Trump over an edit of his 6th of January 2021 speech in a Panorama documentary. Trump accused the broadcaster of defamation and of violating a trade practices law. The BBC apologised to him last month, but rejected his demands for compensation and disagreed there was a basis for a defamation claim. Trump's legal team accused the BBC of defaming him by intentionally, maliciously and deceptively doctoring his speech.
Well, I think it's the first thing will be whether the Florida court, on the basis of President Trump's papers filed, will decide they actually have jurisdiction. The BBC will very probably be arguing that they don't. And I think this hinges on who saw it in Florida, how many people. Does the Florida court feel that sufficient audience was there and sufficient damage was done there for the court to have jurisdiction over the case?
And thousands of dinosaur footprints dating back 210 million years have been found in a national park in northern Italy. The footprints, some of which are up to 40 centimetres in diameter, are aligned in parallel rows, and many show clear traces of toes and claws. It is thought the dinosaurs were prosauropods, herbivores with long necks, small heads and sharp claws. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.